An autobiography by Mohandas Gandhi was written in 1927. Life is not a series of events, but a series of revelation about truth. Whatever he was, though, the constants in Gandhi life were his various experiments, vegetarian, vegetarian non-violence, and simple living. Each was the expression of larger philosophical spiritual concepts that he drew from Hinduism. As the family belonged to the vegetarian caste, one of the defining episodes in Gandhi's boyhood was falling under the spell of a meat eating friend. This boy convinced him that the reason Indians were controlled by the British was that they had been weakened by not eating meat. The British, conversely, were strong because they were meat eaters. Gandhi felt this to be a good argument and in secret tried hard to enjoy cooked flesh, but guilt soon made him abandon of experiment. His elders forbid him to go on the grounds that he would be corrupted by Western living, but his mother was willing to let him go on the condition that he vowed not to touch meat, women, or alcohol. Gandhi's vegetarianism went from being a commitment to his family to becoming a moral mission. He firmed up his belief that sexual and dietary restrictions are important in humans become free of animal drives. Personally, his celibacy and vegetarianism parallel the emergence of his religious consciousness. Brahmacharya means control of the senses in thoughts, words, and deed, particularly sexuality. It is self purifying conduct that leads a person to God. Gandhi was passionate about the virtue of simple living and, despite being quite well off in his barrister days, made a point of cutting his own hair and doing his laundry. He could never get his head around the idea of servants, and when his ashram or special retreat was established near Ahmedabad, he did most of his work. This simple living philosophy was inspired by the principle of non possession. It incorporated the idea of trusteeship or wisely utilizing goods for the benefit of all. Though he had needed to set up 2 or 3 hours for his family, Gandhi came to believe that possession only created the illusion of security and certainty, which in reality could not be provided by anything or anyone except God. He was, however, much inspired by the New Testament, not surprisingly those parts mentioning Jesus not fighting back but turning the other cheek.